All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our weekly Friday live streams here at Payment Evolution. And we're back at it again. My name is Alif. I'm the marketing specialist here on this team, and I'm going to bring her to the broadcast. But I have with me the one and only Juliana. You're mute. You totally ruined the flow of that. That would have been so good, but then.
And then I couldn't find the button, so that really made it extra long. I'm gonna put on some lipstick so I can feel alive.
Yeah, do your thing. Do what you gotta do. Yeah. But welcome to the live.
Yeah, thanks for joining me here. It's always so much more fun when there's two of us.
Yeah, exactly. It's better than one person. And yeah, so guys, if you're watching this live stream right now, just comment down below from wherever you're watching this, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is, where you're streaming from, where are you watching this from? Are you, in Hungary? Are you in New Zealand? Are you in Canada? Who knows, right?
Totally. Are you in Italy, my homeland?
Oh, in Italy.
Sort of, kind of. Why not? Maybe you're sitting on a terrace somewhere with a nice scarf and a little cappuccino.
It sounds so heavenly right now. I love that right now.
Yeah, right? We know how to do that stuff, right? Like Italians know how to relax.
Do they? Okay, I don't know. I don't know the stereotype around that, but
I think that's a European thing generally.
Right. Okay. I'm not European. I'm South Asian, but I'll take your word for it.
Just play with my hair a little. I don't know. Anyway. So, yeah, what are we talking about today?
So, friends, family, today we're going to be talking about perfect last-minute holiday gift for your friends, your colleagues, your team members at work. Because if you're like me, I often do my Christmas or holiday shoppings super last minute, or I end up actually forgetting them, and I actually just want to pass them real quick and they ship and all this stuff. But yeah, we're going to share some good ideas.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's like the personal side of this, right? Like you got to shop, but we're talking about this from a business perspective, and what it comes down to is appreciation. And we talked about this recently on one of our live streams about how to appreciate employees, and appreciation for employees, for customers, for partners. There are many ways to show your appreciation. And so I don't think it's just necessarily about your classic, last minute gift giving ideas that you might think about for personal circumstances. I think this is sort of a little bit of a different perspective.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. And again, guys, if you can just comment down below, what is a perfect gift idea you usually get for your friends, relatives, coworkers, whatever it is? Put it down in the comments. We'd love to see and actually share it on this live stream with someone else. Do you want to get started with number one, or?
Yeah, well, I think I'm going to go back to that idea that it's all about appreciation, and I think that in order to really appreciate somebody, one thing that you can do is just understand how they work, what they enjoy. So pay attention throughout the year. And if you've been lucky enough that you actually have that perspective now, what is it that person drinks? Is it coffee? Is it tea? Is it water? Do they tend to always use colorful Post-its? A gift is not necessarily something that costs a lot. It is really thoughtful. And so, yeah, I think, my number one tip would be, don't bang your head up against a wall thinking, oh goodness, what is a good gift? Because a good gift is going to be different for everybody. But think about the person that you work with. Do they constantly forget their water bottle? What can you do for them that just shows that you pay attention?
Right, exactly. Do you have an example of ideas that maybe someone can use that tip to get a gift around?
Yeah, honest to God, when I said maybe somebody always forgets their water bottle, I thought of you, because I remember being in the office with you and you needed a water bottle. I'm like, I have an extra with me, and it's just I think like that contextual piece. So you really need to think about the actual person you're talking to. And I thought of you while we were sitting here. But if I can, let me just think of somebody I hadn't already thought of. Okay, there's another coworker, Dustin, sits nearby me, and yeah, Dustin's got a lot of like cool personality traits. One of the things that I noticed on his desk is he's got a stack of like business books, self-improvement type books. He's really into being reflective and constantly bettering himself. And I remember it because it's stacked up right up against where our desks come together, and you see this colorful rainbow of book covers. So I would probably get him a self-improvement book that was blue because it would complete the rainbow, you know?
Such as,
But you know what I mean? Like,
I was going to say a bookshelf, like a small bookshelf to organize.
No, yeah. Well, sure, I could make, that's totally something contextual. So that totally makes sense. But really, it's just about that thoughtfulness, that appreciation, whatever makes that person feel appreciated. A gift is going to be different to every person. For me, I know I care far less about how much something costs and more about whether or not you actually thought about me, like if there was some thought into it, right? So somebody might pull an old photo from a photo album years ago and give that to me for Christmas in a card, and for me that's so touching because I don't have that photo or something, and that speaks to me, my love language. But we're obviously in a work environment. We have to work with what we have. So, how do the people around you like to work? Is there a particular pen they like? Like, I think even that, if people like to use, the fine tip Sharpie, buy them a pack of that and write a little sticky note on it and say, just thinking of you. Let's kick the year off, with brand new pens or whatever. It's just, I want to make sure you don't run out, 2021, we're going to have a lot of work.
If the pen had their signature on it, like embroidered onto the pen, like
totally,
that would be an awesome gift. Because if I get a pen, I'm like, okay, but if I get a pen with my name on it,
yes, absolutely. So yeah, you can totally take that next step and personalize something. And I have gotten those things over the years. And it's kind of funny because I think you over a lifetime amass these personalized gifts, and then you don't even know what to do with them. Like I literally had 4 different business card holders with my name on them. It's like, I don't have that many business cards. In fact, we don't even use business cards very much anymore. So be contextual. Even if you're going to personalize something that the person is using regularly.
Right, exactly. Perfect. Yeah. Personalization is key.
Yeah.
Let me share you an idea I have as well as a perfect gift idea. So I'm going to try a screen share function real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
If it really works. Okay, great. So we actually wrote a blog on great gift ideas for your friends, colleagues, whatever it is. And this is a great one. So this is for a Christmas ornament, but an ornament that you can generally use for whatever purposes you'd like. But it is I survived the great toilet paper crisis of 2020 ornament. Imagine how great of a gift this would make for anyone. Right?
Yeah, bring a smile to someone's face. Like that's really what it's about, right? It's break up the monotony, make somebody feel thought of, connected, appreciated, and this brings a smile to the face. It's a good one.
It's hilarious. And so we collaborate with the blog writer when we're writing this. She sent me an email out of nowhere, and she's like, "We have to include this because I snorted really loud, I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of gross, but that's funny. But let me see what it is. And I saw this, and I'm like, yes, please do include this into the blog. But,
yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great. It's a great comic relief piece, and really anybody. You could give that to anybody, and it's thoughtful, funny, personal, relevant, all of those things.
Right.
Good example.
Late night infomercial commercial also?
Oh my gosh.
I feel like I'm in a late infomercial right now.
Yeah, that moment where it's enlisting all of the benefits of the product. I'm not trying to sell this ornament. Let's be clear, these are not affiliate links. Yeah, really, like this is about it's a weird year and it's hard to get to stores and all of that. And we thought, like I know I've worked at lots of places where when it comes to the holiday season, there's that moment of, oh my gosh, we need to order what we're getting our clients now, or we need to order something for our team members now because the clock's ticking. And we're pretty close at this point, but it's not too late to appreciate. It's not too late to stop and pay tribute to someone. So we've got some last minute options for you.
And what I'll do, guys, is I'll actually link to the blog in the comment section, so you'll probably see that. I hope you guys have access to that. But in case you want to check it out.
Brilliant.
Cool. What's your next gift idea that you might have?
Oh my goodness, it just slipped out of my mind. It was it's this. So I mentioned earlier, like, what does somebody drink? You know, do they drink coffee? Do they drink tea? You could, like, I know this year I'm on a big tea kick, and one thing that has been I have received before, and I would love this year to get, because I just bought like one of those wooden tea cases. I would love to get a sampler set of teas, you know. Yeah. So and by giving me a sampler set, it's got more value than buying me just a regular pack, because now I get to try a bunch of them that I don't usually try. So, you know, if you know that about your coworker, that they've always got a little tea bag, piece of paper hanging out of the corner of their cup, you know, something like that is thoughtful, but you also don't have to know their favorite flavor. I think that's the other thing. We think in order to get a gift that is thoughtful, you know, we need to nail it, and we don't. And it doesn't always, like, obviously you could just give like a cash bonus or a gift card or something, but there's still something to be said about, you know, I thought of you, I don't actually know what you want, so here's a sampler.
Oh, for sure. And I can attest to this because I love coffee. So I recently got a coffee machine with the K-cups and everything.
Yeah.
And as I was scrolling through Amazon to find I was fascinated about like the different variations. There's Starbucks one, Japanese one, there's this one, and I just wanted to buy it all, but I couldn't, obviously. So coffee lover, I would love to gift like sample a bunch of coffees.
Yeah, easy peasy. And I got there's this really cool thing, because we're in Canada, and I just want to make sure, because there's somebody nearby who I bought this gift for. But at Shoppers Drug Mart, they have like perfume and cologne samplers. Can you still hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
And they have mascara samplers. And the really cool thing is you get like 8 products in the box, and then a certificate at the end. You can buy any one of those, whichever one was your favorite. So it's a really great way to give somebody the sampler, but actually still give them the real, like, one real thing that they want. So you can do that with the cologne or perfume too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, for sure. Oh my God, that's genius. Because sometimes my aunties and everything, they give me shirts, but I'm like, I don't like this shirt. Like,
yeah,
you're guessing my style, and you know, especially cologne, you're assuming I like it, but maybe I don't like it. So it's a perfect gift where you give them a sample, they choose the one they like the most, and then they actually get it. So that's genius.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that. I love finding these little ones these little gift ideas that are so like, they're perfect for anybody because of the fact that they have that personal choice piece. So,
yes.
Yeah.
So
I just hope she didn't hear me.
Perfect. So going to the next gift idea I have. So again, I want to share my screen, and it's going to feel like an infomercial, but check this out. Best client ever mug. If you're in a work environment that involves dealing with a lot of stakeholders or clients or whatever, you know, why don't you just give them a mug saying, "You're the best client ever. Just enjoy this," right? It's so simple, but like it's tailored too, you know, like.
Yeah, totally. And it's kind of tongue in cheek. It's funny, but it's also useful. Like, everyone needs to drink stuff. You know, whatever you drink, you will use this. You might put your pens in it, but it's still this great thing that you will keep on your desk that I think I'll be proud of. Who doesn't want to be the best client ever?
Right, exactly. It's a small thing. It's like, can go a long way. Who knows, right?
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
Awesome. Another thing that I really wanted to make sure that we talk about is experiential gifts. We're in a really strange time. A lot of us are at home, not able to do a lot of the things that we usually do. Doesn't mean that we can't have certain experiences. So think about it that way. And I think that the Payment Evolution did a really, really nice job. They sent us each home a like a drink mix package, and you could supply your own alcohol if you wanted it to be alcoholic, or it was there was enough ingredients there that you could make a non-alcoholic version of the drink. But that was a really cool thing, because it wasn't just this thing I opened and I could, like, it wasn't a chocolate bar that I could just bite into,
Yeah.
right? It was something I actually had to follow the instructions and do something with. And then we got on our live stream and we shared our drinks together. So yeah, think about that experiential piece. Like, you can't buy your clients a coffee and sit down with them these days, but maybe you can send them one right before your call, you know?
Yeah, and maybe what if you give your client like a gift certificate for like a spa or something, or
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, totally. I think when you do something like that, that's pretty personal. I think you need to make sure that you know that the person's going to use that kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah, absolutely, that's an awesome experience. Right now, we're locked down in the GTA. GTHA, I think, they're talking about locking down for Toronto, Greater Toronto, and Hamilton area potentially. So there are a lot of places you can't go right now. So think about, like, a spa would be great. Like in the spring, you can go get your pedicure. Awesome. But you can also think about what can be done right now. There are virtual concerts. There's all kinds of cool things going on.
Right, for sure. I have another cool gift idea, but this is great if you're maybe living with your parents or something. But I remember I forget what grade it was, but my teacher was like, give your parents like a pass, and basically you write a pass, and in the pass it would say, I'll do the dishes for an entire week, and you give that to your parents, or I'll pick up the groceries for the next 3 days or something, and you write that as pass and give it as a gift to your parents, so then they can like actually withdraw the actual idea.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm
totally
like,
cute.
It's free.
Yeah, totally. And I'm gonna add another one right now. Tim Hortons has been trying to promote their home delivery, and so they do have, like, you can get Tim Hortons through Skip the Dishes, but for a limited time, Tim Hortons is delivering locally. And so you can actually deliver to. We actually surprised our son a couple of nights ago, or maybe almost a week ago. And so we had the doorbell ring, and we're like, oh, I wonder who that could be. Why don't you get the door? As if we let him get the door under normal circumstances. And he went there, and he was just like, he looked around, and he picked up the Tim Hortons bag and brought it inside. And he's like, I think someone made a mistake. And we're like, you little thief. And so yeah, there was just like a couple of coffees in there and some donuts, and yeah, it was kind of a nice treat. Obviously, we can get our butts out of our chairs and walk to Tim Hortons or drive to Tim Hortons or whatever. But when you want to have a virtual coffee, virtual coffee doesn't need the air quotes, but you can still have a coffee together, literally, but virtually.
So they deliver, but they leave it on the door, or the walk.
It's it's like a no contact delivery. So they put it down, ring the doorbell, and leave. Yeah.
I didn't know they did that. Oh my god! I didn't know they deliver.
I know, right? I think it's for a limited time to promote the fact that you can get it delivered through other apps. So yeah, take advantage of it while you can.
Okay, cool. Good to know. I'll follow up with that.
Yeah.
And I guess another gift idea I have, and this is just like this is the laziest gift idea, but I actually really appreciate it. So let me again share my screen here.
Yeah.
And again, link to the blog is in the comments section. This is cool. I like doing this actually.
Yeah. Awesome.
The next gift idea is actually not that. It's an Amazon gift card. I mean,
you can't go wrong.
Honestly, like for me, when I get gifts, I'll be honest. Sometimes maybe they either collect dust on a shelf or I don't use them. I remember an ex-girlfriend. She bought me wind chimes, and I've never I'm the farthest from a wind chime. I don't like. And it was so sweet, and I felt so bad. And they actually ended up selecting a lot of dust, and I never actually used it. But
Yeah,
I had to be like, oh my God, thank you. This means so much and everything. And
yeah,
if you want to ever avoid those kind of situations,
totally.
honestly, an Amazon gift card, like you can't go wrong,
You can't go wrong. You really can't. Even if someone doesn't have Prime, it doesn't matter because whatever you put on the card can cover their purchase. So, so that's really awesome. Um, I just actually bought my mom for her birthday a week and a half ago, Amazon Prime, because she's
Oh,
always, whenever I'm around, she knows I have Amazon Prime. She's always on the app. And she's like, oh, maybe I should get this and maybe I should get that. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hook her up and she can get whatever she wants. So, yeah,
smart.
yeah. So there are lots of ways to do it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
get them like maybe even like a year's supply of Netflix subscriptions. Like that's a great
Yeah,
gift. Plus,
exactly. Yeah, exactly. There are some really really cool things that you can do. And think local, right? Look at local businesses in your area, within your province, maybe your wider city, your wider province, Canada. Uh, most things can be shipped really easily. Lots of products have multiple shipping points, so they can actually ship like locally, even if the company is not headquartered locally. So really think about how you can support local businesses in today's economy when it's kind of hard to get you can't get people in the store necessarily live, so you can still do your shopping there.
right. I have a lot of friends who have like small businesses on the side and everything, and I always see them post on Instagram, and they're like, and it's a good point. They're like, for this Christmas, just buy from your friend's business. Support their businesses by
Yeah.
buying from them. I know one guy one day, I was offering a course on job hunting, and he reached out to me. He's like, I'd like to gift your course to this person in Australia. Can I do that? And I'm like, oh, okay, sure, why not, right? And he actually gifted my course a couple of times to two different people.
Oh,
And I was like, oh, you're true. Like info products and small things like
yeah.
these, those can be also gifted as well. It doesn't always have to be physical objects or even like tickets to a concert or something.
Yeah, totally. I think that is a really, really great point. Like one thing that I've done in the past, it can be difficult to buy stuff when, like, we all have access to everything, um, within reason. And so it's very possible you'll buy something and, they've already got 15 of those or whatever. What I try to do, or what I have tried to do in the past, is I try and buy my favorite of something and I'll give it to the person and say, this is my favorite, whatever. This is my favorite coffee blend. This is my favorite. I did it with my girlfriends a few years ago where I gave them like my favorite facial wash, shampoo, moisturizer, and and an essential oil. And it was not packaged in a pretty basket. Like it wasn't one of those pre-made baskets at Costco that you buy, but it was personal. So I think it can be done. Hmm.
Right. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I love that. I love that. And
Hmm.
speaking about supporting small businesses, do you mind if I highlight a couple more items from a blog post?
I would love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that.
Okay, cool. So this is pretty cool. There's some cool businesses in Canada actually. So let me actually walk you guys through a couple. So over here is what's called You and Me Candles, and it's this brand over here has a very interesting story. I forget the Patty is her name, but basically this brand over here, You and Me Candles, has been started. I think it's in British Columbia or somewhere in the West. But basically, Patty, the owner of this brand, her partner recently was diagnosed with ALS. And as a way to clear the environment, clear the air from toxins and everything, she's been on the hunt for a candle that doesn't use any bad products in the candle itself, so the air gets filled with toxins. So in her quest to find that, she decided to create her own candles called Yumi candles. They're I think the specific what's in the candles, but there it is. So unlike the candles she'd burned most of her life, these candles are made with apricot and coconut wax, but not petroleum, and are all cotton wicks, no lead.
That's
So
so cool. And from Vancouver, BC, go Patty Abbott. Awesome. Congratulations for your company. And thank you for making sure that we have quality products to buy for each other. That's awesome.
Right. Exactly. Another product, real quick, from a blog post is this is cool, and I will be found about it. But it's body butter matcha mint
Mhm.
fresh before. Like I've never like I only recently got into skincare and things of that nature, so this world's kind of new to me. But hearing this product is very interesting because it's literally all natural. From what I understand from the story is that these two people from Nova Scotia, they went to their garden, they went to their cupboards, pulled together like things you find in the garden, some olive oil, and a couple of different items, and decided to create a very organic, health conscious, eco friendly body. What do you call these? Like body
Like,
scrub?
well, I think this is a moisturizer. Like I think that's what a body butter is. It's a body moisturizer.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's a really cool
Keep
story. When I was writing the blog, I was like, oh, this is fascinating.
I love that. I love that. I love that there's a story behind it. And I know that there is a beautiful story behind a lot of businesses. But when it's in your own backyard, it's even more special, I think. So support Canadian businesses and check out the blog post in the comments because we've got a number of Canadian businesses and products and such that you can gift, supporting the Canadian economy and showing appreciation for your clients and staff. Is
And
there another
also,
one?
links,
I love it.
yeah, links to these products are when you click the heading, it'll lead you to the actual product, so you can check it out. Another product, I think we talked most of it, but this is kind of cool. You talked about coffee and things of that nature. I know I'm a coffee drinker, and my pain point sometimes is that the coffee will be hot in the morning, and then by 11 a.m., like it is just cold. And
Yeah.
I enjoy a warm cup of coffee. So if you have a colleague of yours who is a coffee drinker and wants to keep their drink hot, then you might want to check out Lamos bottles and mugs and templars. Tumblers. They have some really cool stuff. And what's great about their product actually is that you can customize the products to have like a specific saying or a specific logo or a specific image. So imagine sending a coffee lover from your office like a picture of them on their own coffee mug that keeps their coffee warm. Just
I
an
love it.
idea, but here like at Father's Day and things of that nature. But
I'm just gonna check and
yeah,
see if I can find that Canadian business that we got um, drinks from. Oh, I'm not finding it in a quick search. I believe it was Shaken and Stirred. So I've gotta see if I can find that URL and share that. Do you have the URL handy by chance?
yeah, and I do not, but I will also if you're already looking for it, then
Yeah, it's okay. I didn't find it in a quick search. I know that it's a fairly new company, and that's the other thing. I think we need to look beyond the obvious, beyond what we've purchased last year from Canadian businesses, because a lot of small businesses have started up as a result of people being let go and just their operations changing. Um, and so you might have a new business next door that you don't even know that you can support that's doing something really cool.
right,
Mhm.
exactly. It's all around us essentially.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. Are you actually ready for Christmas or for the holidays, whatever it is you celebrate?
Yeah, so my dad's in Alberta right now, and I think we're gonna go visit him. But with the COVID-19 precautions, we got to figure out how that's gonna work and everything. So I mean, I don't celebrate the holidays except New Year's,
Yeah.
but I feel okay with it. Yeah. How are
Yeah,
you?
still time with family. Good. We ordered some stuff for the kids that probably isn't going to arrive on time. So we're trying to come up with some other backup options that they can still have fun with on the day of. And my husband is like impossible, like he, first of all, I told him what I want, made it really easy. It was like $25. That's all. I just want this.
What do you
Him,
want?
he's like, that wood tea holder. So it's got eight compartments, and it's so you can lay it down and open it up and look at all the teas, but then you can also close it, and I can put it on my shelf like a book, and it uses all the vertical space. I love small space solutions.
So yeah, I know what you're talking about. Now that I got an apartment, every small space I try to make it like look perfect and
Yeah.
it looks nice and it just fits so well. And when it's used right, oh, it's like
Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. So yeah, I really wish that it was easier to get him something, or he would just tell me something he wants. But that's okay. I'm also one of those folks who, if I see something that's right for you, I'll buy it any time of year. It doesn't have to be a birthday or a holiday.
right. Perfect. What kind of gifts are you thinking of getting kids?
Sorry?
What kind of gifts have you planned to get your kids? I'm just curious.
Okay, yeah, great question. And I think this is, I mentioned earlier that I think, um, you know, something experiential can be good for people who are kind of locked up inside. I know it's an oldie, but it's a goodie, and it requires that we get ourselves up off the couch. We got a game of Twister. It was like under $20.
Oh,
And I'm really looking forward to playing that with my son. Like, we are going to be able to actually do that when we're here together. I don't think we're going to be probably in lockdown. I don't think we're going to have the freedom to go visit other family members. So what are we going to do all day inside? And I don't want it to just be, well, we don't have to stay inside the whole time, but I don't want it to just be watching movies or whatever. So we've got a few things like that. And yeah, I'm just hoping a couple of things arrive, because we got ambitious and then things are backlogged. So
things are backlogged. Oh my God, it's like work all for you.
yeah, totally. It's okay. It's all right. And Payment Evolution, they're just awesome. They sent my kids a gift, and
Really?
and not just my kids. I saw this box come in the mail to my children, and I thought, oh, maybe one of their aunts or uncles or grandparents bought them a gift and shipped it. So I told them, don't open it, because I assumed it was for the holidays. And then someone else mentioned, oh my gosh, I got it. My daughter got a gift from Payment Evolution. And I'm like, oh, that's who did it. Those buggers, sneaky. So that was really, really sweet of them. And this is the thing about appreciation. Like, I don't know how much they spent. I hope it wasn't a lot, but the thought really, really means a lot to me. So
Wow.
yeah.
Do you know what it was?
I don't know yet. I'm going to let them open it on Christmas Day.
What a surprise. Oh my God, that's so nice. So that's a perfect gift idea.
Yeah.
Gifts for your colleagues or friends, kids.
Yeah, it's a really good point, because you don't necessarily, like, I don't really need anything, you know, but if you know that there's someone in my life that I'm going to be excited to share something with, like, we have all this swag we give away at conferences, and we have a lot of swag money we haven't spent this year, like industry wide. Why not buy swag with a company spin that's for your customers or your clients or your coworkers, whatever, children. Like, we're Payment Evolution, if we were able to, and we don't really have this information, but if we were able to say, oh, you have children, awesome, we're going to send your kids a little play cash register or something, right? Like, why do we constantly think about the things in a black and white way?
Right.
I would be way, way happier to give something to my children than get another water bottle. Although I have to say, I'm wearing this T-shirt I just got from the. Can you read it? I just got it from the.
You would step back from that ledger, my friend.
It's bad finance humor, but I love it. The ledger is where you put
ledgers.
It's where you put all of your transactions. And don't you kind of want to sing?
I totally missed that.
Yeah.
I was like, she had this ledger. Oh, ledger. Accounting or something. Oh, okay.
Finance.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad joke.
No. Yes, but dad jokes have a place in the world. So
that's perfect for an accountant or like a finance person. That's
shirt.
That's
Evolve.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So our Evolve platform is for accountants and bookkeepers, and I guess that's who this T-shirt was originally made for.
Who said that for clients? Because that would be perfect.
I don't know, actually. I just I was in the office yesterday, and I was lucky enough to snag one of these, and I'm like, oh, I'll take that. And it fits just right. So I like a good T-shirt. You know, it's so simple. The simple things in life. You know,
it has to fit well, right? It can't just be a boxy shirt that doesn't go that low, and so.
Yeah, so good fit, good cut, and good dad joke.
Good dad joke. Dad jokes make everything more interesting.
Anyone who wants to read it one last time. Oh, and actually, that just leads me to one final recommendation. So when my daughter was born, I wanted to get my son one of those like I'm a big brother T-shirts because you're at the hospital, everyone's all over the baby. So I thought it'd be cool if I gave him a T-shirt right when he met her, so he could put it on and be like, "Look at me too." And it works really well when you have kids near the same age. There's a lot of big brother, little sister, big sister, little brother get-ups. But I couldn't find that for their generation spread. they're 8 years apart, or age spread, whatever you want to call it. So I just went to Walmart and I bought a T-shirt, and then I bought some heat transfers, and I printed from my computer and I transferred it over and I made him a custom Big Brother shirt, which was really cool with footprints on the back and Big Brother since 2018, because that's when she was born. I just made a little custom. Yeah, and so if you really want to do something that is custom and thoughtful, it doesn't have to cost a lot. It can be really quick and accessible. It's as easy as picking up a couple of supplies at off of Amazon or at Walmart, or maybe even your local corner store. They might have. They often will have, like a dollar store will often have like T-shirts and stuff like that. So,
Right. I'm just thinking in the fact that you said your daughter is born, or your child's born in 2018. I'm just thinking like she's gonna grow up. When were you born? 2018.
I know, right?
For a second.
Okay. Can I tell you something even more disturbing? When she is 20, do you want to guess how old I will be?
60.
Almost. I'll be 58 when she is 20 years old.
But you look pretty young, so you'll probably look 35.
Oh, that. Thank you very much. I will take it, and I hope that's the case. Yeah, I just hope that she always feels like she can talk to me, because that'll be so weird. Mommy, yeah. I like a boy, and we'll be like, "What's that, dear?" So.
They'll probably be on like TikTok #3 or something, and it's like, what the hell is this? How do I use this? And they're probably making dance videos on cameras. Who knows?
A whole new language. It'll be like dance music you don't even hear. You just feel it or something.
Oh, yeah, they plug themselves in the head or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That way no one else has to hear it. Who knows? It's a strange world out there, and stranger every day. So appreciate each other, because we ground each other, and now's the time of year to take a moment, pause, and do that.
Perfect. There we go. I guess with that being said, maybe we can end the live stream there.
Yeah, sounds great. Thanks, Alif. And I love that you screen shared. So thanks for sharing those Canadian examples. That was awesome.
Yeah, for sure. And Juliana, where can people find you if they're big fans of you?
Yeah, you can find me online. Just Google JTCINA, and you can find me on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, pretty much all over the place, even at jtcina.com. And I am always here on Fridays at 2, talking about small business. And yeah,
Perfect.
Please find me.
Please find her. Perfect. Well, thank you guys for joining in for the live stream. Be sure to follow us at PayEvo on our social media platforms. And again, like Juliana said, we'll be back here next week, Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we will see you there. My name is Alif, signing off from this live stream. We will see you soon.
Peace.